Here we have a SAT math question. Okay, let's go with the information. A scoop of sugar is added to a drink. The amount of sugar A in grams that is dissolved in the drink S seconds after the sugar has been added is represented by the equation below. That is A equals to 8 negative 4 over S positive 1. What is the best interpretation of the number 8 in this context? Okay, first let's understand the equation we have over here. Actually, this A represents the amount of sugar in grams S seconds after a scoop of sugar is added. For example, if I want to know the amount of sugar dissolved in the drink after 5 seconds, a scoop of sugar is added. So what should I do? I have to plug in S equals to 5 because this S represents the time in seconds. So when I plug in S equals to 5, so the value I'm getting for A represents the amount of sugar in grams is dissolved in the drink. So like if I want to know how much sugar already dissolved in the drink before the scoop of sugar is added. So what should I do? I have to plug in S equals to 0. So when I plug in S equals to 0, I'll be getting the amount of sugar already dissolved in the drink before the scoop of sugar is added. Okay, now let's keep this stuff in our mind. We can go over the given answer choices to understand what does this number 8 in this equation represent. Okay, let me go over the stuff in answer choice A. There was 8 grams of sugar already dissolved in the drink before the scoop of sugar was added. So just now we discussed the equation over here. So S represents the seconds, the time in seconds after a scoop of sugar is added. If I plug in S equals 1, so I'll be getting the amount of sugar after 1 second a scoop of sugar is added. But option answer choice A is talking about how much sugar already dissolved in the drink before the scoop of sugar was added. So if I want to know the amount of sugar already dissolved in the drink before the scoop of sugar was added, so what value should I plug in for this S over here? I have to plug in S equals to 0. Okay, now let me plug in S equals to 0 in this equation. Then let me see what value do I get for A. That is 8 negative 4 over 0 positive 1. Then we get A equals to 8 negative 4 over 0 positive 1 is just 1. So then we get A equals to 8 negative 4 over 1 is just 4. Then we get A is equal to 4. So when I plug in S equals to 0 into this equation, I am getting A equals to 4. That is before the scoop of sugar is added to drink, there was 4 grams of sugar already dissolved in the drink. So according to our calculation. But answer choice A says there was 8 grams of sugar already dissolved before the scoop of sugar was added. So this is incorrect. So it has to be 8 grams according to the calculation what we have done. So but the answer choice A says it's 8 grams. So this is incorrect. Okay, so now let's reject the answer choice A. We can go to answer choice B. Every 8 seconds, 4 grams of sugar gets dissolved in the drink. Okay, anyways, we understand. So even when we discuss answer choice A and also when we discuss the equation over here, so clearly the 8 is a number connected to the amount of sugar in grams. So something is subtracted from this 8, so that this amount of sugar is getting decreased. Okay, so anyways, the 8 is a number connected to amount of sugar in grams, but answer choice B says 8 is a time in seconds. So it's not correct. We can reject option, answer choice B. Okay, now let's go to answer choice C. After 8 seconds, all the added sugar will be dissolved in the drink. Again, in the answer choice C, it says that 8 is connected to the time in seconds. No, it's not. Actually, 8 is a number connected to amount of sugar in grams. So we get reject answer choice C as well. Okay, so answer choice D must be correct. Anyways, let's understand how it can be correct. After a very long time, the amount of sugar dissolved in the drink will approach 8 grams. After a very long time means like here already we know that in the given equation this S represents the time in seconds after the scoop of sugar is added. A very long time means what can be the value of S? Then S will be a very large number. So when I take a very large number for S, then what will be the value of S positive 1? Already S is a very large number for a very long time. So the time represented by the variable S will take a very large value. So when I add 1 to a very large value, again the S positive 1 also will be a very large value. When I divide a finite value 4 by a very large value, what will happen to the value of this fraction? So in a fraction, whenever the denominator is getting increased, the value of the fraction will be getting decreased. For example, if I say that 1 over 2 is 0.5. Now let me increase the denominator from 2 to 10. What will happen? So the value of the fraction will be 0.1. Again, if I increase the denominator of the fraction from 10 to 100, what will happen to the fraction? It will become 0.01. So if I take the denominator as 1000, it will be the value of the fraction will be 0.001. So now let's see what's happening when the denominator of the fraction is getting increased. Clearly, the value of the fraction is getting decreased. That is, it's approaching 0. So after a very long time, that means when s takes a very large value, say s positive also will be a very large value. That is when the denominator is a very large value. So the value of this fraction will approach 0. If the value of this fraction becomes 0, then what will be the value of a? Then the value of a will be 8 negative 0. That means it's 8. So when after a very long time, the amount of sugar dissolved in the drink will approach 8 grams. So the statement, the information we have in answer choice D clearly explain what does the number 8 in the given equation represent. So the correct answer choice for this question is D.